Hey everybody, thanks for taking some time out of your day or your evening to check out my channel. I haven't been posting a whole lot of stuff, you know, life gets busy and our lives, my wife and I, our lives are getting pretty busy right now. We actually borrowed some money to build a house. The bank actually lent us some money and we got a lot of stuff going on our property. So things just get busy, you know, and if I haven't been keeping up with your channel, I apologize. But you know, that's one great thing that I've been seeing is there's a ton of great trapping channels on YouTube anymore. If you're in a specific state or targeting a certain animal, I mean, you can just find tons of trapping channels, awesome channels to watch, and I try to keep up with as many as possible. But again, if I'm falling behind, I apologize. Like in Pennsylvania here, I follow like Boxy Outdoors, Bonehead Trapping, there's Hunting Fish Nuts, I think it's called, 5-0 Trapper, The Hammer, and Todd Strohecker. I mean, there's just a boatload of good channels in this state. And then out of this state, I follow like Mark J. Larson out in the Midwest, and then down south, Judith and Dan Davis. There's just a ton of trapping videos. It's awesome. And there's the Arkansas Trapper, and then up in Canada, I love watching Cowboy, the Camo Cowboy. And then there's my side. He hasn't posted much lately, but I usually keep up with what he's doing. And it's just great. It's a great community, and I just hope everybody just keeps posting some great content. And again, thanks everybody for keeping up with my channel. I appreciate it. But in my life right now, we got like I said, on our property, we have a bunch of stuff going on. We have a guy came and he logged a bunch of pine trees for us. My wife she is no fan of pine trees, so down in this little bottom, we have like, I think it's 13 to 14 acres here. This little bottom here was all just thick pine trees, and these don't have much. The only market value for these pine trees right here is I guess they grind them up for chicken bedding. Chicken farming, like down around Lancaster area and stuff, is getting pretty big, so they grind this up for chicken bedding, and that's about the big market value. So the logger, hopefully he'll make a few bucks off of that. I got a ton of burning and clearing and stuff. I didn't cut all these, no way. I mean, he's done a lot of work. He's got the big machine and stuff. But I got a lot of brush to be burnt. He cut a big swath down here. Left a little buffer down here. And I'm hoping some of these hardwoods start growing up here a little more. I know it's going to turn into a really thick tangle mess for a couple of years. I'll walk you around my property, but there was also a pretty good stand of pine trees up here. We'll get around there in a minute. But it has been raining quite a bit lately. I'm hoping it dries up, gets all the raining done before we get over to start digging. Down through here, this is all wet and swampy now. I actually bought myself a tractor. Never thought I'd own a tractor in my life. I didn't buy a big tractor. And you might say I made the wrong decision, right decision, whatever. But I ended up going with the Rural King RK25. I'm actually waiting on the third function for a grapple. I got a grapple on it. What else? I know I'm going to get a few other things. I got the front bucket, and I'm going to get a pair of forks. Hopefully, eventually, I'll get the backhoe attachment. But yeah, this whole swath of pine trees was cut out here. I did cut a couple other pine trees down here this guy might want to drag out of here, though. I cut a pile of the old nasty cherry trees down in here. But it went for quite a ways along here. I don't know how much rain we've had lately. It rained a lot last night. It'd be a good time to start burning this. Actually, everything's soaking wet, but I got too many other things to do right now. So it goes along here. Be a nice place for a pond, actually. If I could ever dig a pond. I have no clues on that. So if you have any opinions on my tractor that I bought, you can let me know in the comments. I have no idea how to run it. My buddy has an RK24, and he let me run that a little bit, just messing around a little bit. And the only other piece of equipment that I ran was my brother's skid steer. Cut down a bunch of old nasty cherry trees in here. I'll cut some up for firewood and drag some of those brush away, burn it up. my bees. I'm gonna get into these girls a little bit too. I'll be doing some more bee videos and some building videos as much as possible. They're buzzing around good. Yeah, I cashed in a little bit of retirement money to buy my tractor. Not a little bit, quite a good chunk of it, but I guess the one good thing that I did was I put a little bit of money away. These are my blueberry bushes I'm showing you now. Some of these have a lot of buds. These blueberries here, they come out early. These bottom couple rows, these top ones, these come out a little bit later. But they're not budding up as good. Oh well. You can see the rain here was beating in here last night. I posted a bunch of videos in my garage building it before. If you want to see a link to that, I'm not sure if I have a playlist or not. If I do have a playlist, I'll put a link right up here. And then our house, there's where I started from down there. There's the logging site. Or the landing, I guess, is the technical logging term. Lord willing, and everything comes to fruition, our house is going to be right in this area. I'm not sure if the contour shows up here, but it comes up at a slight grade and it flattens off. Garage up here somewhere. There's going to be a 2-car garage. And then we're going to have like an exposed basement here. And the house will be turned, watching that little patch of woods right there, the front of the house. But this is where some of the other pine trees were cut out of. There's a pile of brush to be drug out of here. So I think I'll eventually see what that RK25 is made of. A lot of stuff to be done, but that's okay. If you watch all my videos, if that field looks familiar, that's where I make a lot of cable restraint catches up there. There's a nice game trail coming through here. There's an extraordinary amount of game over here. I mean, it's not like I'm in the bush or anything, but it's just like a little valley that comes down through here and a little stream bed. And the deer and the fox and stuff that are here is unbelievable. Just crazy. There's a crazy amount of stuff here. My wife says I'm not allowed to hunt here anymore. This is gonna be a deer sanctuary. I might keep a secret tree stand over here that she won't know about though. I saw a dandy buck last year. I shot a pretty decent 8-point out of a pine tree over here last year, right up in that field. If you watched that video, I had a short clip of that. But there was a dandy buck coming to me, and I just didn't get to shoot that one. I was happy with the one I got though. This is really exciting for us. I might not sound excited. I'm trying to keep my wind actually. A few more trees, like some of these are gonna have to come down. I'm gonna have to plow this out some here so I can get better access to my garage door and stuff. But oh man, this is gonna be exciting. Really exciting. You can see all the cherry trees and stuff I have whacked down in there. Just don't like them. They just, I don't know, they get like diseased and scraggly looking and don't really care for them. I'd rather have the white oaks, red oaks, and the maples. Bunch of white oaks right there. There's a nice white oak there. These are both white oaks right here. You can see that old cherry tree behind that shed right there. The one on the right. There's another one behind it. They just get old and diseased like. I don't know what it is about them. I'm hoping that machine I get can yank a bunch of this autumn olive out of the ground. That, or at least I'll be able to just cut it off with a chainsaw and scoop it up with my grapple. Oh, here's a cherry tree that I missed. You can see it there. They just grow all weird and then I just don't like them. Oh well. Did I say I don't like cherry trees? There's another couple more in there I gotta take down. That autumn all is good cover though. I'll let some of it, but it will, if you don't get it under control, it would take over this whole entire field. Here I caught a red fox on this trail last year, and a gray fox and a deer there. Oh man, good memories. Got a gray fox and a coyote up on there. Got a gray fox on one of these two trails, turning green. There's my tree stand, and that's a pine tree that might stay. My wife don't know about. But I shot an 8-point right here. But there was a really dandy buck came across that field last year. Was coming to me, and I was grunting at it. But he followed some does, and I think I actually grunted that deer up. He came right between my tree stand and my garage, I think, and came up here. Gave me a nice broadside 25-yard shot. Here's my old bee boxes that the bees are robbing out, hopefully finishing that up. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Probably longer than you want to watch. Oh wow, it looks like I got over 12 minutes. But if you made it this far through this video, again, I appreciate everybody following along. And if you keep keeping up with my channel, I'm gonna have some beekeeping videos coming up, and hopefully some land clearing and house building stuff coming up. Beautiful day today. I'm gonna check out some bees, and then I'm going to take my wife in for an eye exam. So I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay safe, everybody. And once again, thanks for everybody for watching.